Hey, what's up, Superdads? So today I'm going to present a video about the technique of breathing, about how to breathe properly when you're exercising. I did a previous video about why it's really important to breathe through your nose and how breathing through your nose or breathing correctly is the most overlooked part of technique. Well, this video I'm going to explain the actual technique and how to breathe properly. If you're interested in all of the reasons why this is important, you can check out the other video. But today is the actual technique of it. So let me start by saying that you shouldn't be doing anything like this, where your head is back and your mouth is open and you have a look of anguish on your face. I've seen this plenty of times from clients who send me videos of themselves doing their exercises, and they get this face, like this body posture, like they're undergoing torture or something like that. And this is really, really suboptimal. Not only because it's going to encourage them to breathe through their mouth, that sort of posture, but for other reasons, like what kind of signals that they're sending, their body is sending to their brain, and that sort of feedback cycle that they're getting into. And and I'll get into that a little deeper. So, as a basis, we want to be breathing through our nose. I'm not going to go through all of the reasons why here. You can check out the other video if you're interested in those, but oxygen CO2 balance is more important. It's not just about the pure amount of oxygen you get. Yes, you can take in more oxygen if you're gulping air through your mouth. But when you breathe through your nose, you have a better balance of oxygen to CO2, which is actually more consequential for determining performance. It also will cause adaptation in your nose and in your respiratory system that wouldn't happen otherwise. If you breathe through your mouth, you have adaptation that occurs, but it's undesirable adaptation. Whereas if you're breathing through your nose gets more efficient. And so that's a positive sort of adaptation that we want to pursue. So if you're going to be, training your muscles and you have the option to get the knock-on effect of a better respiratory system, as a result, better, this extension, the nasal extension of your respiratory system, why not also get that? Okay, so you're breathing through your nose. Now, how? We're not looking for long, slow breaths like you're meditating or something like that. That's unrealistic. And it's not the mindset that we want to be in. We don't want to be in a meditative mindset when we're training. We want to be in a more aggressive mind state. So the kind of breathing that you're looking for is something that's quicker. It's more like you're snorting. And you can tell I have a little bit of a cold now, or maybe you can't. Probably better if you don't. But that's what you're looking for. Okay, this sort of thing, quick snorts through your nose. You want to have your chin tightly, slightly tucked, just a little bit. So something like that. Not all the way down because that's going to mess up your posture, but slightly tucked where the top of your head protrudes just a little bit. This is a more aggressive posture. So like if you were going to get into a fight, you would want to, tuck your chin a little bit like that to protect it. And you're looking sort of a little bit up, almost through your eyebrows at the person. That sort of posture. We want that same sort of thing. It's going to help keep your spine in line, and when your spine is in line, you're going to be able to you're going to be stronger. This is one foundational principle in a lot of martial arts moves, is if you can get the opponent's spinal alignment compromised, they lose a lot of strength, a lot of ability to fight back. So you want that good spinal alignment. If your head is back like this, your spine is all janked up and you're unable to produce as much force as you would otherwise. Okay, so chin slightly tucked. Your eyes need to be focused. That means you're looking at something that's ahead of you. Okay, closing your eyes, man, it can work it can work, but I prefer to have my eyes focused as though I'm pursuing something that's in front of me, almost like you're envisioning failure in front of you and you are trying to get there in an aggressive, straightforward, direct manner. We want, your eyes, the fact that our eyes are in front of our bodies is because as a species, we are hunters, or we see something in front of us. We're not prey animals. We don't have eyes on the sides of our heads to pick up possible predators around us. We have them in front of us to identify a goal and pursue it and go after it. We want to be hunting failure, not enduring failure or avoiding failure or something like that. So focus your eyes in front of you and hunt failure. All right, so you can see here, this is what it would look like for someone to do it properly as I am suggesting. Okay, Something to recognize about this whole thing is it is crucially important what you do with your body, because what you do with your body tells your brain what expectations are realistic. 80% of the information that your nervous system transmits is information that goes from your body to your brain. And the sort of body brain dichotomy is just a false one. Your body is your brain. And so when you put your body in an aggressive, attacking, sort of confident posture like that, you are going to get a better workout. There's just sort of no two ways about it. I have a quick quote here from Mike Menser. Now, I'm not one of the Mike Menser, priesthood by any means, but I do think the man made a lot of good points. He says, keep in mind that even the most productive of high-intensity training principles will prove fruitless if they are approached with a defeatist attitude. Undreamed of results are just the next workout away if you'll only do as Ray and I did and develop a more aggressive attitude towards your training. He was he wrote a whole chapter in his book, High Intensity Training. Okay, there's a whole chapter in this book about developing a siege mentality in the gym, coming in with that aggressiveness. And having an aggressive training mentality, it's founded on an aggressive physical presence. If your physical presence is one where you're gasping for air, oh, this is so terribly hard, it's impossible to have the right kind of, the most productive kind of mentality. But if you're coming in and you're, let's get after this sort of physical presence, physical posture, and those sorts of things, you need to act it out in order to feel it. That's where it starts. Okay, thank you so much for watching. You can check out the programs that I have down below. There's a free one, 3-minute muscle, and a bunch of other ones as well. I'm very proud of them, and they work really well for my clients. Yeah, check out the Facebook group and get in touch with me if you have any questions or comments or anything like that. Thank you so much, and go be super.